This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Tigran Balayan, Armenia's ambassador to the European Union, reportedly received death threats from his Azerbaijani counterpart Vaqif Sadiqov a week ago, with the Armenian embassy lodging a formal protest with other diplomatic missions in Brussels, according to American digital newspaper Politico. This was confirmed today by Armenia's foreign ministry. In a letter reportedly sent to envoys last week, seen and verified by Politico, it was alleged that Balayan was verbally attacked and intimidated by Sadiqov and received explicit threats against his life. The incident happened last Tuesday at an event organized by Turkey in Brussels on the occasion of the country's Republic Day and attended by both Balayan and Sadiqov, responding to Politico's inquiry on the matter. Sadiqov denied the incident had taken place, labeling the allegations ridiculous and also claiming that he was unaware of Armenia's letter of protest. The Armenian embassy in the EU refused to respond to Politico's inquiry, while the Turkish embassy has also not provided any comments on the matter so far. However, Armenia's Deputy Foreign Minister Parur Hovhannisyan confirmed today that the allegations are true. There were threats and insults during the reception, and we have informed Belgium and the European Union of this. The investigation into the matter is currently underway, he said as he spoke to reporters in Parliament. Last June, Sadiqov publicly threatened the members of the European Parliament who visited Armenia, urged Azerbaijan to withdraw its troops from the internationally recognized Armenian territories, and eventually visited the Armenia-Azerbaijan border area. They know what they are doing to protect themselves. The Istiglal IST-14.5 anti-material sniper rifle, produced in Azerbaijan, has the effective firing range of about 3,000 meters. Guys, keep clear of the Azerbaijani state border, he posted on X, formerly Twitter. Just 7 weeks later, the EU monitoring mission in Armenia, which is a civilian and unarmed presence, came under Azerbaijani sniper fire near the border in the Geharkunik region. Fortunately, no injuries were reported in the attack that forced the observers to take shelter in an Armenian dugout. The European Union has committed to provide Armenia with €270 million in assistance over the next 4 years, alongside 2 additional grants totaling €13.8 million in 2025, as bilateral cooperation intensifies with ongoing visa liberalization talks and the development of a new partnership agenda. A total of €4.5 million are earmarked for supporting judicial reforms, while €9.3 million will be allocated to education. Armenia's Finance Minister Vaqif Hovhannisyan said today. The funding announcements coincide with the arrival of an EU delegation in Yerevan to develop a roadmap for visa liberalization negotiations, marking a significant step in Armenia's growing partnership with the European Union following the implementation of the Comprehensive and Enhanced Partnership Agreement in March 2021. However, the visa liberalization process faces certain challenges, including the requirement for Armenia to implement a universal health insurance system, which was postponed beyond 2025 last week, though officials expressed confidence in finding financial solutions to advance this crucial reform. Russian President Vladimir Putin pledged ongoing support for Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization during a credentials ceremony for new ambassadors in Moscow today, promising to assist with border delimitation and the restoration of economic and transport links between the two South Caucasian nations. We have done and continue to do everything to normalize Azerbaijani-Armenian relations, Putin said during the ceremony, attended by the ambassadors of Armenia and Azerbaijan, among others. Russia brokered the ceasefire declaration between Yerevan and Baku that ended the war in Nagorno-Karabakh in 2020. It has since then seen its influence waning in the South Caucasus, as its peacekeepers failed to prevent the hostilities and the ethnic cleansing that forced all of Nagorno-Karabakh's Armenians to flee and seek refuge in Armenia in September 2023. The peacekeepers, initially said to be stationed in the region at least until 2025, with possible extension, withdrew entirely in April, leaving Nagorno Nagorno-Karabakh under full Azerbaijani control. Moreover, Russia's border guards left Yerevan's Vartnots airport, where they served alongside Armenian forces since the early 1990s this August. The same shift of control is expected in January, when the Russian border guards will leave the checkpoint on the border between Armenia and Iran. Both changes were reportedly agreed upon directly between Putin and Armenia's Prime Minister, Nikol Pashinyan. You can also read our interview with Miriam Cosma, the senior expert on Eastern Europe at the German Bertelsmann Stiftung Foundation, discussing the European Union's enlargement policy amid the ongoing war in Ukraine and the potential shifts in EU's engagement in the South Caucasus following the recent elections in Georgia. You can find this interview by following the link in the video description below. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.